Hello and welcome to the first episode of North London TV. I'm Roseanne and this is Steve.
Hiya. So North London TV is all about understanding and finding out all about the best parts of North London. We both grew up, have families, live and work in North London, so we want to share the best bits about it with you guys.
Coming up today, we've got our big interview with Nick Munro from Aldenham Golf and Country Club. We've got our advice piece with Steve, and he'll be speaking about the hot topic of the moment, which is Brexit. Our lifestyle piece with Cafe Toulouse, will be speaking to its owner, Sharon Taylor. And finally, we'll have our market update. This week, we'll be looking at Edgeware.
So this week, Roseanne's been to Aldenham Golf and Country Club. She's met Nick there to discuss a little bit about what goes on there. So let's have a look and see how she got on.
So today I'm here with Nick Munro at Aldenham Golf and Country Club to find out a bit more about the place. So tell me about the club, Nick. When was it set up?
The course was built in 1975. We've got two courses here. We've got an 18-hole golf course and a 9-hole golf course as well. The club itself, we've obviously got the clubhouse behind us. We've got a large open bar area with a function room. So we're not just a golf club. We hold functions and meetings and parties. But also, one thing a lot of people don't know about golf clubs is we're actually open to the public. Anyone's welcome to come along.
Oh, so you don't have to be a member?
You don't have to be a member to play on the golf course or just to come out for a coffee or a drink.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But generally, the thing what most people have in common is everyone's really friendly. It's more not as all about playing golf. It's about having a drink in the bar afterwards. It's about having them sort of friendships you grow from being a member of a golf club.
So it's a community?
Exactly, yes. We try to facilitate that here by putting on social events. We just had our club championships. We had a scoreboard out just behind the area here. All the members were sat on the seating and everyone just stayed and had a drink, had a nice time, had a laugh, and that's what really a golf club is about.
So the backdrop here is gorgeous and it's lovely and quiet. I mean, you'd never think you were sort of in North London, on the edges of North London. Kind of, where are people coming from to come and play here?
They come from all over, mainly North Watford, Leavesden, Garston area, but we've also got members in Edgeware, Barnet, even as far as Wembley, Mill Hill, Finchley, because we've got the M25 and we're inside the M25 ring, and you've got the M1. So we do really well with areas all around North London.
And what do you think the main attraction is for Aldenham Golf and Country Club as opposed to kind of other similar golf clubs in the area?
Location's definitely one. We've got two golf courses here, which I said earlier obviously suits all different types of golfers. Another one is we're in the countryside. You wouldn't obviously, as you said, know it from being so close to Watford, but when you go out on the golf course, you've got views of the Hertfordshire countryside all around Aldenham and around the local sort of areas. We've got wildlife here, which is really nice to see, especially when you're playing golf and out for the day.
So you feel like you're in the heart of the countryside when actually you're not quite.
You do. You don't really hear any noise from here either.
Yeah,
you can't hear traffic.
It's really quiet.
It is really quiet.
So thanks, Nick, for speaking to us today, and now back to the studio.
So that looked like you had a nice day out.
Yeah, it was a really nice day out. It was an amazing site.
And you've
really
been playing golf every week now?
I have not been playing golf every week. It's not my game. Definitely not. So next up, we've got our property advice piece. And Steve this week will be speaking about that everybody's favourite subject of Brexit.
So Brexit's obviously a big question on people's lips at the moment, and when it comes to property, people are always asking, how is it affecting the market? The reality is, it doesn't affect the market. What affects the market is people's necessity to move, and in reality that never changes. There are ups and downs, and it's about confidence. In my opinion, there are four things that keep the market moving, which is deaths, births, marriages and divorce. A young family and you've just had a baby and you're living in a 2-bedroom flat with stairs. You want to get out there into a house with a garden. You're living with your ex-wife who you can't stand anymore, and you're in your house together. You need to move. You want to get on with your lives. Brexit is what's stopping people's minds, not reality.
So that was really interesting. I never really thought of, Brexit having no effect.
It's just one of those things that if you let it affect you, it will. But the reality is everything still continues and the country still runs. So if you need to move, move. And if you don't want to move, stay where you are.
Well, I'm sure everyone's sick of talking about Brexit, so we're going to move on now. And next up is our lifestyle piece, where our man on the ground, Joe, went and spoke to Sharon from Cafe Toulouse.
Today we're at a real focal point in the High Street, Cafe Toulouse, to meet the owner Sharon and find out a little bit more about this business. Okay, so thanks for your time, Sharon.
Pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about the business you've got here in Toulouse.
The business we've got here has been open a year. This is our second branch. Our first branch is in Hampton Garden suburb on the edge of the park. It's taken us 20 years to open the second one, but it's not going to take us 20 years to open the third. We've now got a formula, and what we'll do is we'll emulate the interior of this back at Hampton Garden suburb, and then we'd like to open a third one and sort of start to motor it a little bit.
So if the other one's in Hampstead, how did you guys come to choose Bushy as their location?
One of my partners, Matt Cohen, originally owned this 20 years ago.
Right.
Sold it to Ben Mendoza, who had it for the next 20 years, and they're still friends. And he said, I'm thinking of selling. We bought it.
Because it seems to be like a real hub on the High Street. It's not just kind of a cafe. It's sort of somewhere for people to meet and have a chat, and then have a drink and something sweet as well.
Matt lives around the corner, so he knew that this was crying out for something like this, more than the deli that it was.
Right.
So this is much more, you can come in and eat and sit and be more comfortable than the deli was.
What do you think it is that attracts people to an establishment like Cafe Toulouse?
I think people like independence. I know I would prefer to go to an independent over a chain. We're very cool about you sitting here, having your business meetings, sitting on your computer. We've got Wi-Fi. You can sit here over a coffee or have full breakfast through to lunch. We've got the kids coming in the afternoon. So it's a real. We can mix it right through mums, business people, families. All of it.
It's got a really lovely feel. I mean, you've got the bifolding doors right at the front, a sort of continental feel. Was that conscious at the point you were putting this together?
Yeah, and one of the things that sold this for us was that we were on the sunny side of the street, so we knew we could get some sun and chairs and tables outside. The other thing we try and do with our food is differentiate ourselves. So, for example, we've changed our eggs to organic eggs. So we have here Clarence called organic eggs, which are very expensive, but it differentiates our breakfast from maybe some other high street chains' breakfasts.
Well, it always seems really busy, so long may the success continue.
Thank you.
Thanks for that, Joe.
And now it's time for our area update. North London is an area as diverse both in its landscape and community, and each week we'll be focusing on a different area to give you some facts and figures about what it has to offer. This week we're talking about Edgeware.
So Edgeware is at the top of the Northern Line and a real secret gem. The great thing about Edgeware is you're 20 minutes away from central London, yet you still have the parks and the greenery that make you feel like you're in the countryside.
What makes Edgeware a big pull to everyone is its community feel. It has all sorts of people of all different ages from all different communities. There are churches, there are mosques, there are synagogues. It has a great range of schools and a high street that's full of your top high-end high street brands, as well as local independent businesses and every restaurant of every cuisine.
I've tried most of them.
So have I.
So here are some stats on Edgeware. So Edgeware has approximately 24,500 homes. Of those homes, 16,000 are houses. Then you've got 4,000 which are conversions and 3,500 which are purpose-built flats. On average, a 3-bed semi starts around about 550,000 and 2-bed flats start from 325, 350.
So really it's affordable for a lot of people, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's great. For people to get on the ladder as a first home, it's a great area. And transport is brilliant. You've obviously got the bus station and the tube. So you can get them pretty much anywhere from Edgeware.
And you forgot to mention the road links as well. It's close to the A41, the M1 and the A1 as well.
That's where I started my business.
Yeah, it is also where Steve started his business. Anyway, so if you want to find out more about Edgeware, just have a look online and see what it has to offer.
So that's almost the end of our first episode.
I know, the first episode of North London TV.
And you haven't throttled me.
Not yet. There are many more episodes to come.
So if you'd like to be involved, either give us a call or drop us a line on the email address below.
And that's it. And hopefully you'll come and tune in next time. So thanks very much.
Bye now.
Bye.